Hey, turn that down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Shit, that sound good. Shit, that sound good. God. There he is. Shalom, Mark. Brother B. Yahaba Shemel Shah, Bashir Kakadash Brakatah. Shalom. Hop straight into it, bro. Shouldn't be that long of a lesson. Shit with that. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Akim out there pushing his word with all truth and sincerity, and to all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. It's the brother Quara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to go into a quick lesson, man. As you see from the title, it says our actions will show our faith. You know, our actions will show our faith. And as this world think, when you come into the knowledge of the Most High, it's just strictly for what the Christians teach. It's just strictly faith. You don't have to do nothing to show physically that you believe in the Lord, man. Well, that's not so. You see, that's not so. Just having faith ain't, man. Let's just get the scripture. Just having faith ain't good enough. You can say you believe in something, right? But how you gonna show you believe in that? I'm hopping at James. Start with that. And Lord willing, this lesson be edifying, because there's many things that we do that we show our faith by, man. We go out on the highways and hedges, whether it's the brothers in the camp or whether it's the brothers on the other side. You see, the actions is showing the faith, like the brother be on the comment board. This brother here get off, come, even though he'll probably be at camp sometimes for about 40 minutes. But that brother, he left work. As soon as he left work, there's many other things he could have been doing, especially in Houston. But he coming out to camp. That brother actions show his faith, man. Us doing these daily videos, actions is showing our faith that we truly believe in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. One, we fear the Lord, so we're going to do what he tell us to do. And two, we believe in the Lord. Shalom, Maki, Habashim, Shai, Bashim, Kogadash, Brakatah, Shalom, Mak. And two, we believe in the Lord that if we do these things, we shall be rewarded, man. He said in the time of trouble, the servants go eat, the servants go drink. We go be protected from 6 troubles. And there it is. I was going to end it off with that one. You jumped the gun. It's all good. The water. That's beautiful. I might leave that up the whole lesson, But there's many things we do that's Go read the 7 brothers in Maccabees, man. In the Maccabees, they actions showed their faith. They was willing to die for the Lord. That showed they believe, man. They had faith that they was going to be raised up again after being put to death. Denying a microchip, that's actions that's going to show faith in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Not taking a vaccine, man. Right? That's actions that's going to show faith in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. But I'm going to hop straight into it. This is James 2. This is James 2. And let me see where I'm going to start. I'm going to start up a little bit. This is James 2 and 14. It says, what doeth it profit, my brethren, though a man may say he have faith and have not works? Can faith save him? Right? If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doeth it profit, man? So somebody coming to you saying, look, needed some food, but what's truly the daily food? Then Yahweh Shai said, man shall not live off bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High. Don't the apostle got us pushing daily? So the sheep asking us for this daily food, and you tell them, look, I'll do a lesson. I got you. I'll wait a little bit. I'll feed you in a couple more days, right? Just go your way and be at peace and be comforted. but you didn't give them the true comfort. But how can they be comfort? By you just saying that, man. No, you gotta literally give them the comfort, man. And that's all going into action. And I want to get a few accounts too. Ain't gonna be no long accounts, but just points to make. But it says, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled. Go ahead, be comforted, Go ahead and believe in the Lord. But you ain't giving them the proper tools to the comfort of the Lord, man. That hope in the Most High, man. Right? It says, so they still naked. You ain't when we came into this truth, we became what? Clothed, man. They still naked, right? They don't got that whole arm. It says, even so, if it have not works, it's dead being alone. Faith is dead being alone. Because how could you prove you have faith? You have to prove you have faith by your actions. Us, how we prove we have faith, man. Going out on highways and hedges, doing daily videos, charity amongst the brethren, man. Alms, tithes, right? We truly have faith that the Lord, whatever we do, He gonna pay us back. Then He says, what He said, the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your works and labor of love. We might have to get that, man. Matter of fact, let's get that now. Let's get that now. Right? Because works is an action. Labor is an action, man. Right? Let me see if I can find it. I ain't too sure where it's at. Brother probably put on the comment board before me. Okay, here it is. It's Hebrews 6:10. It says, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. Work is a physical thing, man. Labor, you physically labor, man. How? By feeding the sheep, man. By ministering unto the Israelites. Well, it's going to say it. It says, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward His name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. Man, this is an action thing. It's about action. Our actions are going to further prove we believe in the Lord. That's going to show the Lord we believe. That's what the brother got on the comment board. Isaiah 26:7, the way of the just is uprightness. Thou most upright do his way the path for the just, right? That's right. The Most High, then Yahweh Shai say go come back and judge every man according to. Did he say I'm gonna come back and judge every man according to his faith? No, he said works, man. He said he's gonna reward every man for his works, man. He want to see action. And what proves the Lord want to see action in Matthew 25, when he gave those talents, the one who had, I believe, 5 and 2 talent, they did the work. Now the other one who had the 1 talent, he had the talent, he had the truth. In other words, let's get that, man. I'm gonna go back to that James, man. Let's get that, because it's a point that just hit my spirit. But let's prove his actions when we come into this truth, man. This is Matthew 25, and I'm gonna start at 14. It says, for the kingdom of the Most High is as a man traveling into a far country, who called unto his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. That's Yahweh Shai calling his prophets, right? And delivering unto us this truth, this food to feed the sheep. Just like when they broke the bread. Now that he literally did that miracle. You got the count one body in Yahweh Shai saying all the miracles the Lord did. He didn't literally do them. That was a allegory. No, they literally did those miracles. But you remember Yahweh Shai, he blessed the bread, right, and the fish, and then he gave it to the disciples so they can give it to the people. That's the same thing the Lord did to us. He gave us the bread. He gave us the water. Now what we supposed to do with that bread and the water? Go feed the sheep, man. Go feed the people. They're hungry, right? So it says, and unto one he gave 5 talents, unto another 2, and unto another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Each brother got enough, because as the scripture said, each man got his own faith, a portion of faith. I believe that's in Romans 12. You see, Shalom to everybody in the comment, boy. How about Shemal Shah, Basharam Kakadash Brakatham? Each man got his own portion of faith. So the Lord gave us, like you have the apostles, they could do 3-4 videos a day, super edifying. But you got your brother who, get his one in, right? One every other day. And you look at the scriptures. Obadiah had 1 book. Haggai, a short chapter, but Isaiah got a long chapter. Each man got his own portion, right? But I'm going to jump down to the point. It says, verse 20, and so he that received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, Thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more. So look, Lord, you gave me the truth. I went out there and preached, and I brought in more believers. You see, I brought in more believers, and it says, his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things, enter thou into the joy of the Lord. So you see, this man did the work. His actions was got him saved. Now let's go to another one. This is why I wanted to get this real quick, and we're gonna go back to that James, right? To show you it's an action thing that's gonna show whether the Lord gonna save you or not, man. Now, of course, it's faith. We have to believe, but as the brother put, matter of fact, let's just get it now. Right? Second Esdras 9, 7, and 8. It says, and everyone that shall be saved, right, and shall be able to escape. So the ones who go be saved and escape from Jacob's trouble, be protected. This is how. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works, actions, and by faith. Faith and works, man, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning, man. And what it said about the elect, it says we was created to do good works in the Lord. Let me get that real quick in Ephesians 2. So we was works is action. We was created to do actions, man. Ephesians 2 and 10. For we are his workmanship, created in Mashiach Yahushua unto good works. So the Lord created the elect to do these things, man, to have the charity. He created the elect to go out on the highways and hedges. He created the elect to believe in the truth, apply, you see, do the lesson, so on and so forth. You know, truly apply what's being written therein. Actions, man. Right? Christians say they believe. They say they believe in Jesus, but they homosexuals, still eat pork. All right? You know, you got other camps, they say they believe, but they not doing what the Lord said by their works, man. Right? But it says, for we are his workmanship, created in Mashiach Yahushua unto good works, which the Most High have before ordained that we should walk in them, man. So the Most High created the elect for action, man, to do work, man. Then the Most High said, who gonna stand up for me against the evildoers? When you stand, you gotta give, that's an action, man. Right? But going back to this, in Matthew 25, it says in 24, then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathered where thou hast not strawed. So this man had the talent. He had the truth, in other words. And he knew the law. He knew the law was coming back with judgment. You see? He knew the law was coming back with judgment, man. But he didn't do what? He said, and I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is dying. Lord, I ain't do the work, though. I believed, right? I had the truth. I believe you was going to come back with judgment. I knew you was all still, man. I believed that, but I still ain't do the work, though. I ain't go out and gather more sheep into the, you see, gather more sheep into the barn, man. So watch what the Lord going to tell him for not applying that action with the faith, man. His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not straw. You knew I was coming to collect. You see, you knew I was coming to collect. You should have had my money ready with usury, man. It says, thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which have 10 talents. He ain't doing nothing with this truth. Take it from him and give it to somebody who doing something. Doing something, man. Action. Our actions will show our faith that we truly believe, man. Actions going to show that you truly believe in a reward at the end. It says, take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which have 10 talents, for unto everyone that have shall be given, and he shall have abundance, but from him that have not shall be taken away even that which ye have, and cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. He useless. Useless. You see what Yahushua said about the fig tree, man. Yahushua was hungry. Going again, he was hungry. Aren't the sheep hungry? Ain't they trying to find out what's going on right now? But Yahushua was hungry. He went to the fig tree. Now the tree supposed to be a fig tree, but it had no figs on the tree. So Yahushua cursed the tree and it withered away and died, man. The point of that was the fig tree was created to bring forth figs, man, to feed, right? And it wasn't doing that. So what's your point of being here? Yahweh Shai withered it away and cursed it, man. So if you ain't doing nothing with this truth, people hungry, and we ain't feeding the sheep, if we ain't applying what we know, giving charity, doing what thus saith the Lord, right? What's the point of being here? That's why the Lord said he'll remove that candlestick, man. Right? And it says, but that's the point, right? That's the point on that. You see? All right. So let me go back to this James. So this James 2 again. It says in 17, even so faith, if it have not works, is dead being alone. That dude who had the one talent, he had the faith. He had the truth, but he had the works to go along with that. That's why he was cast out into outer darkness. Get him out of here. It says, yeah, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works, man. So how could you show somebody that you believe in something without putting forth the effort, man? If you say, well, look, I believe I'm going to be the best basketball player in the world, I'm going to be better than Jordan. But you never practice. You never be shooting in the gym. You know, never put in the overtime, right? Your actions ain't backing up what you saying, man. You know, straight up. Your actions ain't backing up what you're saying. Christians can say I fear Jesus. You know, even Israelites camp, they can say Yahweh Shai and doing all this, but they not doing the works. That take them to another precept, man. This is Matthew 7, and I'm gonna hit that comment board, see what brothers got. This Matthew 7 real quick to back up what I was saying. In verse 21, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, or Yahweh Shai, right? You have false prophets who know the name of the Lord. What about the sons of Sceva, the 7 sons of Sceva, right? Those, they called them vagabond Jews in Acts, as they seen Apostle Paul healing people. So they said, shit, we could heal people too. We could use the name Yahweh Shai and heal people too, man. But when they tried to heal, they said, we command you, talking about the demons that was on a man. They said, we command you in the name of Yahweh Shai, whom Paul preacheth, right? They said whom Paul preachers, telling you they were just using the name because they seen Paul miracles work for Paul by using that name, but they didn't have their own faith. You see, so just because you got the name don't mean nothing, and it's about to prove it. Not everyone that said unto me, Yahweh Shai, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven, man. And that's actions, man. That's what Yahweh Shai looking for. Yeah, he want the faith, but he want the actions to prove your faith. Again, going back to James, yeah, man may say thou hast faith, verse 18, James 2 and 18, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. And how we showing our faith by our works? You know, we doing the lessons. Even if you're not a prophet, you getting on the lessons, you listening, taking heed, listening, you reading, you doing your own studying, you applying yourself, you showing action, man. You know, fasting, praying, so on and so forth. Action, man. Helping the brothers out. You know, sisters sending the apostles and brothers garments. That's actions, man. Again, the Lord ain't going to forget the action, man. That's why we're going to be rewarded. We're going to be rewarded. That's how it is in the world. You have a basketball game, a football game, right? In order to get the trophy, get the championship, you got to play the game. You got to get out there and work. You can't just say, well, we the champions. Well, you ain't even play a game. We the champions. How you a champion? You ain't even get. Show me your record. And that's the same thing Yahweh Shai go come back and tell us. Show me your resume. What you been doing, man? When you go get a job, they want to see your resume, right? Let me see what you have been doing previously, right? So I can see what you can bring into our company, man. It's all about action. This world's all about action, man. Right? So how much more the work of the Lord? And it says, thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. So, you know, I'm gonna finish it because I like this right here. It says, thou believest, because this is gonna show you the difference between faith and action right here. It says, thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. So you believe, you know, it's the Most High Yahweh. You believe that. We believe that, right? That's good. But Apostle Paul said right here, the devils also believe and tremble. Devils also believe and tremble. A good example, when Yahweh Shai went to Legion, what Legion said, Yahweh Shai, thou son of the Most High, have you come here to torment us before our time? The devils know about Yahushua. Then they, in that same chapter with the 7 sons of Sceva, what they said, Yahushua, no Paul, I know, but who are you? So they know the prophets and they know the Most High, because in Sirach it says the angels tremble in the presence of the Most High, man. So the point is, we believe is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, and devils believe is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Job, in the book of Job, Satan went to Job. Satan knows the Most High Yahweh. They know that. But what's going to separate us from being righteous and being devils? Because the devils believe and we believe. So what's going to separate us, right? It says, but thou believest that there is one God, thou do as well. The devils also believe and tremble. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? That's what's going to make the difference. Works. We ain't going to do the works of the left-hand side, the wicked side, the devil. We're going to do the works of the righteous side. You see, Satan them got faith, but their works is left-handed. We having faith and our works is right-handed, man. That's what's going to make the separation, you see? You know? Even two-thirds, they know it's the Most High. Still adulterous, right? You got homosexuals. They know it's a power. Still homosexuals, you see, eating pork, so on and so forth, man. But the effort we put into this, rehearsing our righteous acts, that's what's going to separate us from the devils who believe, man, the 2/3 who believe, the heathens who believe, man. Right? Let me check the comment board real quick. Let me see. Yup, Matthew 24:46. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord when he cometh shall find so doing. Shalom to the brother Kalabia, man. Let's see. And shalom to everybody on the comment boy. Yahweh Bashim Al Shah Bashim Kagadash Brakatham. It's 1 Timothy 6:18 and 19. They that do good, how you gonna do good? What you gotta do in order to come on, man? You can't just say I do good. People be like, how you be doing good? I just do good. Show me how you do it, what you do, so I can know how to do good too. What you give to the poor, what you do, you give to the less fortunate, what you do to do good, right? It says they that do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate, laying up and store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come. And in this chapter, it was talking about certain brothers in the ministry who may have a nice bit of money. You see, right? And it's telling you to help other brothers out who might not have it. So it says they that do good, that they be rich in good works. And that's the ultimate thing. Yeah, you might have money to help, but ultimately be rich in those good works. And what's going to show that you rich in good works? It says ready to distribute. You willing to help, willing to communicate. Hey, brother, you need some help. Hey, brother, I heard you mention how your transmission, you needed a new tire, whatever it is. Shit, I can help a little bit. And if we do that, it says, land up and store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life, man. Actions, man. And that's another thing, helping our brothers. You have to have actions, man. Right? Being charitable, actions. Well, let's go to this too. Let's show action. Let's show action real quick. Going back to Matthew 25. Let's show action. It's Matthew 25 and 34, and I'm going to hit the comment board again. It says, and this is Yahushua speaking, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was a hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. Right? And these are action words, man. Right? You see? It says, naked, and ye clothed me. And what it said earlier, what we got earlier, yeah, somebody might come to you saying, look, I'm naked, I'm hungry, I'm destitute. You just say, go your way. You be clothed, be filled. You ain't give them nothing. You just told them, go ahead their way. You believe that's faith, but where's the word? Give them the food, man. And that's what Yahushua is saying. He talking to the disciples. It says, naked and ye clothed me. I was sick and ye visited me. I was in prison and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee a hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me, man. You see? So faith goes along, action goes along in the brotherhood too, man. You know, that's what the Lord looking for. That's what he says in John 13. By the love we have one towards another, then shall the world know we are his disciples. Love, we show that by what? One, correcting each other when we go off, right? Pulling our brother out the fire, helping brothers out. What we just read, that was a form of loving your brother, man. So Yahweh Shai said that once we do that, these things to the men around us, right? We doing it unto him. We his body, right? Then it said it's one body, but many members. So when we help out each other, we doing it for the body, man. You know? But when we do these things, and again, alms don't always have to be money either. And I'm gonna get back to the point. You know, I don't want to stray too far off the topic. Alms don't gotta always be money either, man. Charity could be of a brother. Now you just calling that brother, lifting that brother's spirit up, man. You know, go and take a brother out and just chill, man. Right? You know, that's why Yahweh Shai said, sure. When I was in prison, you visited me. When brothers are going through something, you're gonna visit, man. But let's go back to this James, man. Salaki. James 2:20, and we'll move on. It says, But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? Was not Abraham our father justified by works? And when he had offered his son Isaac upon the altar, seest thou how faith wrought his works? Faith wrought his works. He believed, like the scripture says, we believe, therefore we speak. Well, we believe, therefore we also do, man. Don't think Yahweh Shai, or not Yahweh Shai, I believe it's John. He said, Paul, not to just those who preach of the gospel shall also live of the gospel, man. By living, you have to do. We have to do. Salaki, it says, was not Abraham our father justified by works? When Yahweh Shai come, those who are justified gonna be by their works. We just got the talents in Matthew 25. The one who had one, he wasn't justified because he didn't do nothing with it, man. It says, when he offered Isaac his son upon the altar, seest thou how faith wrought with his works? It was one and the same. It says, and by works was faith made perfect, man. So again, as the title said, our actions will show our faith. Let's get that with Abraham, because that's how the Most High said, okay, when he was about to sacrifice Isaac, now the Most High said, okay, now I know that you down for me. Now I know that you believe. The same thing the Lord gonna say today. If we doing actions and works, he will say, okay, now I know. Because you can say, Lord, I believe all day long. Then the scripture saying, I believe Ezekiel, Isaiah, when it says these people draw near me with their mouth, but they're, let me see this people. Sure. Yep, Isaiah 29:13, it says, well, for the Lord saith, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, we have faith, we believe in the Lord, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their hearts far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precepts of men. Because why? They works and actions not backing up what they saying, man. Right? Let's hit that comment board. This is right. Philippians 3:14. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of the I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of the Most High, Mashiach Yahweh Shai. And how you gonna press toward that mark? Then what the Apostle Paul said, I have fought the good fight, I have kept the faith. He did the work, man. That's how we press toward the mark. Like Apostle Paul, not Apostle Paul, well, shit, Apostle Tahal said yesterday on his lesson, it was in transit, and he was saying how he used to run track. And he said, once you get to the end of that, you see the end of that race, what you do? You push forward, you give more energy, man. So as we getting closer to the end of this thing, we have to give more energy and effort, man. That's how we press toward the mark. Hey, in other words, give diligence to make our calling and election show. Sirach 25:12, the fear of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is the beginning of his love, and faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him, man. You see? That's how the Lord gonna know when you truly down for him, when you cleave, man. Right? Yup. Hebrews 6:10, Yahshua the chosen, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which you have showed toward his name, and that you have ministered to the saints and do minister. Beautiful, man. Titus 1:16, they profess that they know the Most High, but in works they deny him. Man, being abominable and disobedient unto every good work, reprobate. Come on, man, that's heavy. The water for that, that's a perfect precept, bro. is 1 John 3 and 18. The brother Kabal, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. That's what the Lord want to see. And let's get about Abraham. Right? Let's get about Abraham. When he was about to offer Isaac, because the Lord said, okay, I see you was about to sacrifice him. Now we good. Now we good, Abraham. You ain't got to do that. I see you believe in me. Right? So this Genesis 22 and 1, and it came to pass after these things that the Most High did tempt Abraham and said unto him, Abraham, and he said, behold, here I am. And he said, take now thy son, thine only son, and this proved that the only son or seed from Abraham that matters is Isaac, because Ishmael was his second son. I mean, Ishmael was the first son. Isaac was the second son. But right here it says, take now thy son, thine only son. You see? Hey, it was cold because Yahushua, the only begotten of the Most High, man. Which Yahushua was Isaac, just a little nugget. It says, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him therefore a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I'll tell thee of. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and saddled his ass, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and clave the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up and went unto the place of which the Most High had told him. So Abraham, he asked no questions. He went do what the Most High said. Now he could have went and say, okay, Lord, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go out there, and just took Isaac to Mount Moriah and didn't do nothing. He just took him out there and looked at Isaac like, man, I ain't about to do this shit. You see, he could have did that. But what showed that Abraham truly believed in the Most High? And you know what else? In Hebrews, I believe Hebrews 11, it says the reason Abraham was so willing to sacrifice Isaac, because he knew the Most High was going to give him, he believed the Most High could raise him back up. Let me see if I can find that real quick, man. Let me see if I can find that real quick. In Hebrews. I think it's Hebrews 11. Let me see. Hebrews. If not, it's all good. I'll probably try to pull up. But if a brother know where it's at. Okay, here it is. The water by Hebrews 11 and 17. It says, by faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called, accounting, right? So this is why he was willing to do it, accounting that the Most High was able to raise him up even from the dead, man. From whence also he received him in a figure. Come on, man. That's why Abraham was so willing. But let's get to the point though. It says, so this is back in Genesis 22. And 9, and they came to the place which the Most High had told him of, and Abraham built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar of wood. And Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son. So he was in the action of it, man. He was in the middle of it. But it says to slay his son, and the angel of Yahweh called unto him out of heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham, and he said, here am I. And he said, lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do anything unto him. Listen to this. For now, right? For now I know that thou fear the Most High. How? By his actions, man. Abraham could have just said the whole time, I believe in you, Lord. I believe my, generations will be as the sands of the sea and the stars of the sky. Right? I believe you're going to bless me, with his land, so on and so forth. But if he never showed the action, the Most High would have never said, now I know you believe. But what proved he truly believed and feared the Most High? By the work he was willing to put in. Let's read it again. And he said, lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him, for now I know that thou fearest the Most High, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thy only son, man. You see that? Right? And then when you read after that, the Most High made a way, had a ram caught in the bush, and that was the sacrifice. So if we show the Lord by actions, he gonna make that way for us, man. Lord willing, you see? Right? Well, this prove it right here. Hebrews 11 and 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him, man. Right? Abraham, he was willing to sacrifice Isaac. The Most High rewarded him, not just with the promises and the blessings, but he held off on sacrificing Isaac and gave him a ram to sacrifice instead, man. right? So we have to believe that the Most High is. That's his name, Yahweh. He just is. He just is, man. He's in everything and all, man. He's willing to do everything, man. We have to believe that, man. You know, we got to continue to seek him. And if we do that, he's going to reward us, man, Lord willing, right? But let me get another example. I want to get another example with that woman who had the issue of blood, right? Who was healed of Yahweh Shai. Let's see what I put in it. Okay, Con. So this is not Matthew. I like the one in Mark, because you know they give different their own point of view. Mark, Luke, Matthew, and John. They all wrote about the same things, but it was their point of view of it, their perspective. You see? You know, but I like Mark. You know, I like this account right here, Mark, with the woman with the blood. But let's get this though. This is Mark 5, and I'm gonna start at 24. Mark 5 and 24. It says, and Yahushua went with so like it says, and Yahushua went with him, and much people followed him and thronged him. And when you go into that word throng, it was a big crowd. You know, so they was all on Yahushua bumping them. You see everybody bumping them, bumping the disciples and shit, right? So it says, and Yahushua went with him, and much people followed him and thronged him. And a certain woman, which had an issue of blood 12 years. So you had this woman who, you know, was bleeding out her, you know, privates 12 years, couldn't stop it, you know, like a everlasting period, you know what I mean? But she couldn't stop it, man. Right? 12 years going through this suffering, man. And watch what happened. It says, in a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years and has suffered many things of many physicians, went to so many doctors, they couldn't help her, right? Putting on, giving her Tylenol, Motrin, ibuprofen, still wasn't helping, you know? I'm being funny, but, you know, the point was the doctors wasn't helping her. It says, and had spent all that she had, and nothing was better but grew worse. She spent all her money going to these physicians and doctors, man. Nothing got better. It only got worse. Just like today, you go to a doctor today, of course they ain't gonna try to heal you. If they heal you, you don't have to come back. And you ain't gonna spend no more money, so they ain't gonna get no more money. So what they gonna do, they'll give you something that'll help your specific ailment, but now it's gonna hurt something else. But now you gotta go back and get that medicine for that other thing that's hurting now. And you gotta continually go back. You see? So this is what that woman was going through, man. She couldn't be healed. And it says, and when she had heard of Yahushua, came in the press behind and touched his garment. So remember, it had a crowd surrounding Yahushua and the disciples, right? As they was walking. So she heard Yahushua was coming. She looking over the crowd like, I got to get in there. So she got through the crowd, right? She got made her way through the crowd. It says, and when she had heard of Yahushua, came in the press behind and touched his garment. Got through the people, probably going through people's legs, touched his garment, right? It says, for she said, listen to this. For she said, if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. Now, again, it was a lot of people surrounding. She made her way through just to touch his garment. Touching is an action word, man. Right? And this, what she did to get to Yahushua, watch what Yahushua gonna tell her, man. That was the reason she was healed. That showed faith. It says, for she said, if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. Soon as she touched the Lord's garment, boom. After 12 years of suffering, no doctors couldn't do nothing. She spent all her money, right? But it said, all these doctors can do is pain management. That's it, man. You see, that's it. They can't truly heal. This is the true healing right here, man. Right? And let's prove it, because it says, when she touched his clothes, and straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up. Soon as she touched the Yahushua garment, boom, stop bleeding. It says, and she felt in her body that she was healed of the plague. And Yahushua immediately, knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him. So the Lord was like, oh, Lord felt a little strength go out of him, you know? So he looked around, the Lord gonna look around. It says, and turned him about in the press and said, who touched my clothes? So the Lord looked around like, hey, who touched my clothes, man? You know? Now, of course, he already knew, right? But he doing this so we can have this account to talk about right now. So he looked around after he felt it, he like, who touched my clothes? And his disciples said unto him, thou seest the multitude thronging thee. So they in the crowd moving and shit, still moving like, Lord, you know, You see the multitude thronging thee, and thou sayest, who touched me? Lord, everybody touching you. And you gonna say, who touched you? Right? It says, and he looked round about to see her that had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him and told him all the truth. Listen to what he tell her. And he said unto her, daughter, thy faith have made thee whole. Go in peace and be whole of thy plague. But what shows she had faith? She said, look, if I just touch this man, I'll be whole. So if I do this action, I'll be healed, man. So she got through that big crowd, went touching Yahushua garment, man. Not worried about who gonna clown her, who gonna talk shit about her. She wouldn't do that. Just like us, we ain't worried about who gonna talk shit about us, clown us. We know we look foolish out here. Like I said, the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe, man. Right? But anyway, she got through that. Her actions made her get through that, man. Right? Because ultimately she had the faith. And Yahushua told her what? He said unto her, daughter, thy faith have made thee whole. Go in peace and be whole of thy plague, man. You see? So actions drove her to being healed, man. In which her faith, it was her actions. Let's get another one. This is Mark 10. Now, this is dealing with a blind man, right? This is Mark 10 and 46. And they came to Jericho, talking about Yahushua and his disciples. And they came to Jericho, and as he went out of Jericho with his disciples, a great number of people. It says, and blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging. So you had Yahushua again with all his disciples, and you had a large group of people once again. Now you got this blind man who's sitting on the side of the street, right? It says, and when he had heard that it was Yahushua Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Yahushua, the son of David, have mercy on me. So when remember, he can't see, he blind, but he heard that Yahushua was passing. He cried out, Yahushua, thou son of David, Baba Kasha, have mercy on me, right? And it says, and many charged him, because remember, it was a big crowd. It says, and many charged him that he should hold his peace. So the people's like, man, shut up, man. Let the Lord pass, man. Don't all that talking and yelling, man. Just shut up, man. Be cool, right? Now, the man could have shut up. He could have shut up. It just said, okay, all right, my bad, y'all. I don't mean to offend, my bad, y'all. It's all good. And sat down and just continued to be blind, right? But watch what this man do. It says, and many charged him that he should hold his peace. But he cried the more a great deal. After they told him shut up, he was like, man, fuck all that. This the Lord. He cried even more so, man. He cried louder and more than he did at first. You see? Actions, man. He could have stopped. But he believed, and in him believing that the Lord could hear him, what he had to do, he had to show forth that he believed. And how he did that, he spoke up the more. Let's continue reading. But he cried the more a great deal, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And Yahushua stood still and commanded him to be called. Now check this out. If this man would have continued crying, Yahushua would have kept walking. If this man would have started crying out the more and was more loud, calling Yahushua's name, asking for mercy, Yahushua would have kept walking. If this man would have listened to the other people, Yahushua would have kept walking. But Yahushua stopped because he cried out the more by his actions. But watch what Yahushua told him. And Yahushua stood still and commanded him to be called. And they called the blind man, saying unto him, be of good comfort, rise, he calleth thee. And he, casting away his garment, rose and came to Yahushua. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, what wilt thou that I should do unto thee? The blind man said unto him, Lord, that I may receive my sight. And Yahushua said unto him, go thy way, thy faith have made thee whole. And immediately he received his sight and followed Yahushua in the way, man. The Lord said, your faith made you whole. But before the Lord was able to say your faith made you whole, what did that man do to prove he had faith? His actions, he cried out the more, man. You see, he gave that extra effort. You know, kind of going back to that woman with that issue, Malachi 4:2. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings. Not just the woman with the issue, but the blind man too. And ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. Acts 5:29. The Peter and other apostles said we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. That's right. You see, because he could have listened to the men and just shut up. But this man had that faith and his actions proved that, man. He cried out the more. right? But let me get this, man. That's pretty much, all I had. There's many more accounts to get, but as I was getting a precept, this is what the Lord had come into my mind, so, you know. But let me snag this. The brother put it up earlier. I keep it on the screen as I get it. But this second Esdras, and the water for y'all brothers and sisters for tuning in, the water for the precepts. But this second Esdras 9. And I'm gonna start at 5. It says, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and the end, and the end is manifest. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. Talking about everything that's coming on the earth, right? Jacob's trouble, everything that's coming on the earth, man. Right? And we seeing it by the signs it's being made manifest, it's clearly being seen, right? But it's the thing. Verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works. So works is a way to escape and be saved and be protected. It says, and by faith. So faith and works, man. Our works gonna show that we got the faith in the Lord. That blind man kept screaming out. His works showed that he had faith. That woman crawled through that crowd just to touch her Hawashai garment. Her work showed she had faith, man. And what he said, your faith made you whole, man. But the works brought them to that faith, man. And it says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning, man. That's beautiful, man. So a way to escape the things that's to come, we have to show by action and show by while action going we have to show by actions, and by doing that the Lord gonna know, like he's told Abraham, now I know that you fear me. Well, then the Lord, after we do these works, he can say, okay, now I know that you fear me and my son, man. After the works, after the faith is being shown, man. But that's pretty much all I got. Get that brother precept. See if anybody got anything else. Is 1 Corinthians. The bro, 1 Corinthians 1:18. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High, man. Straight up. You see, just like it says, we made fools for preaching, man. To save them that believe. We out there making ourselves foolish. It be raining, snowing. We just out there, in season, out of season. But that's works that the Lord looking for. He want us. Let's get that. Let's get that real quick, and I ended off that. He want us to abound in the work, man. Go overboard. That's why he put the spirit on the Apostle Hall, said a video a day. That's abounding, man. That's going over the usual limit or going over the average, man. That's what the Lord want to see from us, man. That's why Apostle Peter said, give diligence to make your call and election sure, But let's get that real quick in 1 Corinthians. How the Lord want us to abound, man. In other words, go hard. Hey, what it said in Hebrews, not Hebrews, Baruch 4:28, as it was your mind to go astray, now being returned, seek the Lord 10 times more. How you gonna seek the Lord 10 times more? By just saying, I got faith in the Lord. The Lord know I believe. No, 10 times more is really seeking the Lord, man. Right? By your works. But let me get this in Corinthians. I'll go ahead and end it, man. This is 1 Corinthians 15. Now where my Corinthians at? 1 Corinthians 15 and 57, it says, but thanks be to the Most High, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahawashi Mashiach. Therefore, my beloved brethren, so see, Yahawashi have given us the victory, and we don't know for sure if we're elect, but hey, what's the way to have a good idea to show you the elect? By your works. By the work you putting in. In other words, putting on as the elect, man. Doing what the elect would do, man. You see? Doing what the elect would do, and in doing that, you have to have faith to believe. You have to have faith to believe. But it says, but thanks be to the Most High, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahawashi Mashiach. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding, in the work of the Lord. That's a spirit, man. That's the spirit, always abounding in the work of the Lord, man. Matter of fact, let's go into some of these definitions, man. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all. Share my screen, and we'll get out of there. right, here we go. First Corinthians 15. Let's get some of them definitions. First Corinthians 15 and 57 again. 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast. Let's go into that. Steadfast.
Strong's G 1476. Hedraios. Hedraios.
So in other words, it says sitting, sedentary, firm, immovable, steadfast. In other words, like Apostle Paul said, being rooted and grounded in Yahawashi, following the land whithersoever he goeth, man. Our foundation is Yahawashi, building that house upon a rock. No matter what happened, the elect will continue to believe. That's being rooted, man. No matter what we go through, right? It says an unmovable and always abounding in the work of the Lord. Abound. It says to exceed a fixed number of measure, to be left over above a certain number of measure, man. Going overboard, man. Truly giving diligence, you know. It says the thing which in abundance overflows, like King David said, my cup runneth over. Abounding, man. Right? But it says always abounding in the work of the Lord. Let's see if they got something good for that word work, man. I'll go ahead and work. It says business. Then Yahawashi said, let me play it.
Strong's G 2041. Ergon. Ergon.
It says business, employment. Hey, Yahawashi said at 12 years old, wish ye know I must be about my father's business. I got to do this work. Because Mary was like, Yahawashi, you had me and your father looking for you. But he was in the temple, man. You see? Right? It says that which any is occupied, and is our occupation. That's what it said in Hebrews 10 and 23, I believe, right? It says that which one undertakes to do, enterprise, any product, whatever, anything accomplished by hand, literally working, man, action. It says art. The brother Cabal on the comment board, that brother, he do his artwork, man, for the body, man, right? Or mind. It says an act, deed. Let's see what deed means. Do a quick Google search. Deed. An action that is performed intentionally or consciously, man. Right? So it's an action, man. It says deed, a thing done. The idea of working is emphasized in opposition to that which is less than work, man. You know? But you get the point. You get the point. You get the point. I'll read this one more time, man, because I like that. It says, therefore, 1 Corinthians 15 and 58, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always, daily, right? Always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord, we have to know we're going to get rewarded for the things we're doing. Again, a brother posted earlier, the Most High ain't unrighteous to forget our works and labor of love, man. You see? The Lord ain't unright. He ain't going to forget. You know, even if you put up a lesson and feed the sheep and Esau delete the video, YouTube delete the video, the Lord ain't going to say, well, I'm gonna take that away from you. YouTube deleted it. They don't count. No, he ain't gonna forget. He ain't gonna forget that, man. Because your page got deleted. Now all the videos on your page, the Lord then took your works away and said, well, you got to start all over. No, he ain't gonna forget that, man. Right? He ain't gonna forget that, man. Even if say you do help a brother out and a brother, you know, fall out from the truth, but you help that brother out a lot. Guess what? Just because he fell out, don't take away from what you did out of sincerity. The Lord gonna remember that, man. Right? Con. Yep. Got that early Shalom, Mark. Yep. Straight up. But you know, man, with that, hey, you know, that's pretty much all I have. I don't want to, you know, go overboard with it. You know, the point pretty much made, you know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to y'all. You know, the water for everybody who tuned in, the water for the precepts, beautiful precepts from y'all brothers, man. But hey, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Akim out there, man. Pushing his word with all truth and sincerity. Hey, and all to all you believers out there also who believe in the gospel, man. You know, hey, Khan. Shalom to the Zaquan. Shalom. But I got one more precept. James 1:25. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work. Woo, this man shall be blessed in his deed. Hey, and with that, shalom. Shalom.